So before we kick off this episode, we want to say a massive thank you to Piccolo Podcast and Media for hooking us up this episode. It was organised very last minute, obviously from Melbourne. Piccolo's in Sydney. We reached out to them and they looked after us. So if you're in Sydney and you want to start, produce or record a podcast, you know where to go, Piccolo Studio. It's as you can see by the cameras, all the boys in here,
great scenery.
The quality's unmatched,
Great
professional,
setup.
everything. Andrew's amazing, so get around Piccolo Podcast Media.
As I say, I just want to mention how kind they were to us. Obviously, it was very, very last minute and we didn't know what we were going to do. Reached out to them and they were so quick with their responses and helped us out and supported us with everything we needed. So we really appreciate it and they just genuinely do care. A lot of places don't and this place genuinely really cared about us.
Shout out.
Thank
Shout
you.
out Piccolo Podcast Media.
Fuck yeah, Piccolo.
Shout out.
Shout out Piccolo.
Yeah.
Coming up on DNM CAST.
I'm not the brightest, but I mean, like,
It's
when
like-
I was watching it, I was like, I'm not that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
the Mercedes manager asked for him to come on our podcast. We said no.
Really?
We said no.
Yeah.
True.
And we replied nicely. We said, I don't think there's enough positive conversation that we could have a good day or something.
I was personally wondering this watching, like, is there like a stylist, hairdresser, or something on set, or a makeup artist for the girls on set? Because like everyone's just got fresh fades like the whole time. Into it. Welcome back to DNM CAST, episode 36.
This has been a long journey to get to where we are right now. It's a long drive. Unfortunately, we had a very, very last minute plan. And Tom calls me and goes, let's drive 9 hours to go to Sydney. I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. So we drove down, and we're here for a reason.
We
so
drove down.
I was asleep. I was asleep the whole time.
We got a vlog coming out probably the Wednesday following this dropping, so stay tuned for that. But yes, we do have a big guest.
And can we welcome Zane on the podcast?
G'day, thanks for having me.
Of course. Is this your first podcast? Have you done a couple?
First potty, so I'm pretty excited.
Hey, there you go. But yeah, we had a drive, and we were meant to take it in turns, so we drove all the way down here. We couldn't catch a flight last night. There was no flights. We had training and whatever.
That's crazy.
I know, we drove down, and we were meant to take it in turns, right? So I think Tom was doing the first 3 hours, Diezel was doing the next, and I was doing the next.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I happened to fall asleep for the whole 9 hours.
Crazy. Fuck, dude.
So there wasn't...
So you're driving home the whole way.
I think
that's
so.
what
Yeah,
I was like, mate.
but I'm pretty tired right now, so I might go back to sleep. But
Anyway.
how have you been? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been good, just got back from Perth, so I've been the same tired as, I think last night was my first sleep in the last, 2-3 days.
Yeah.
So that was pretty insane.
Yeah.
But had a good nap, feeling great here in Sydney. Keen to get out there and get something to eat, get in the sun.
Yeah, boy. For those that do not know, where may they know you from? Where may people know you from? What's your...
Love Island, recent one. So
How was that? Like, as broadly speaking, your overall experience on Love Island? Because you're on there for a fairly long time.
yeah, I started and I pretty much finished in I was one of the first couples to go. So honestly, I loved it. It was probably the best time. I don't think you get to see as much as what you did on TV, but it's probably one of the most fun experiences, and I'd definitely do it again for sure.
Oh, you would?
Yeah,
Would you go
for
to UK or
I'd love to go to UK.
Yeah.
Love an English accent.
Oh, do you? Girls listening, get around it.
Let's get Love Island Superstars or something, or you can...
I mean, if
have
I
another
ever got
feature?
asked, I'd definitely do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
I was telling... Oh, sorry, you go.
I mean, if I was going to do the Oz one again, I'd have a think about it. I mean, I'd be a lot more myself if I could. But yeah,
Do you reckon
I
you
definitely
were
did
just
the
restricting yourself because you didn't know what to expect?
UK.
Or...
No, I was more restricting myself on what is about to come out of my
yeah.
I had to think a lot about what I'm gonna say because it's gonna get put on TV. So there's some pretty wild stuff that comes in.
So, how did you feel? Because obviously you're in an environment where there's just cameras shoved down your throat. You're mic'd up 24/7. What was that experience actually like? I know you're saying now that you were very cautious with what you said because obviously I know naturally we say some pretty rogue things. So how did you kind of handle that being in that environment?
Obviously at the start it was very daunting. You're about to walk in, they're putting mics on you. You go in, you see 4 cameras in the bush, and then you've got cameras on every corner. Every meter of that place, you can see there is no hiding. So it was just like, yeah, be careful what you do. Like, there's even cameras in the toilets, but they're just a safety thing.
Tay was saying, when we had Tay on, he was saying that there's like, in the showers, everything.
You
like,
should take turns like covering the camera or something.
No, we didn't do that. No.
Just had showers together or something.
Yeah, we were outside for the showers, which was actually kind of beautiful. Like, it was
Yeah.
good. Like, every afternoon, it would be like a nice little sunset,
Yeah.
and all the boys would be talking in the showers, but we would get in trouble because we don't have our mics on. So we gotta have your mics on, but yeah, you got a sunset. You're out in the open, so it's good. But, yeah, in the toilet.
Yeah.
You just
Weird.
Chat away.
Yeah, no, in the toilet, like it's pointed like kind of at eye height,
Yeah, okay.
so in case like anything happens, like an emergency, they can look back on it.
Yeah,
right.
So that's all that is.
So going back, I guess more Love Island broadly, all in all on the show, there was this common theme of you being portrayed as slow. It's like
Yeah.
what they would say.
Yeah, like I said, I had to think about what I was about
Yeah,
to say.
which is like that's not a slow person's like thought
No,
process.
like, I'm not the brightest, but I mean, like,
yeah.
when
It's like-
I was watching it, I was like, I'm not that shit.
Yeah,
Come
I was
on.
thinking, I was like,
come
surely,
on.
like they drag it on a bit and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I will be honest, that eyes and teeth thing, that was
fuck, that was funny.
that was a slow moment for me.
Yeah.
But like, you go to bed at like 4:30 in the morning. In my defense,
Yeah.
so like my brain just wasn't working.
Realistically, like I don't know about your backstory. You're like obviously in and out of relationships before the show. I'm assuming it's like you never really put in the situation where you're actually with a girl and you have to stay with that girl consistently in a way. You know what I mean? So it's like probably just like a big bomb when like someone's like, "How do you feel about me?" It's just like, well, fuck, I haven't really been in a relationship for like
No,
so
100%.
long.
Like I have not been asked that question for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, if I'd always be the one to say, especially it's hard when you've met each other for 2 days. I think things go very quick in there because you're with each other 24/7.
Yeah.
So like, some people fall in love quicker, some people take a little bit longer. Like, it just takes long for me to burn because, I mean, obviously, when I date someone, I want to be like, all right, well, I'm going to marry that person.
Exactly.
Like, I don't want to just date for fun. So I'm just like, my walls take longer to come down, I guess.
Yeah.
Prior to going into Love Island, like, what was your like relationship status? Have you had like previous partners? Like,
Yeah, so if you watch if you watch the end of it, there is someone that gets mentioned. Yeah, me and her were talking prior to the show, but she was in Spain. I actually told her that I was going on the show, and she said, "Look, you're young, like,
Do it.
just do it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't want to do it originally,
Yeah.
but I was like, "I'll just do it," and talked about it. And then, as I was going over, she was coming home for like family, and I was like, "Fuck."
Oh no.
I was like, "Oh, righto." And I think the whole time I was in there, I was looking for the connection I had with her, and I just wasn't seeming to find it. So it was a lot harder for me to like think about these girls when there was a girl back home. But like, honestly, I didn't start thinking about her until like everyone was in a proper relationship,
Yeah, yeah.
and like I was like, "Oh, maybe I want that."
Yeah.
And yeah, then she popped into my head, and then it was struggle street from there on.
yeah.
How's it going now?
Nah, not a thing.
Rekindled or
anymore.
nah?
Nah.
Well, Diezel has words of inspiration. Get back with your ex. That's what
Yeah.
Diezel's done.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no,
I heard
it's
that.
working well so far. It's working well so far, but hopefully she puts up with me still.
Yeah, fair.
Ex-slayer.
Nah, it was great when I got home, like we'll FaceTime and stuff on the way home and things like that. But then when you get back into reality, it was like I just need to get back on my feet and stuff like that. And I feel like I just wasn't ready for it yet.
It's like you want what you can't have, and then when you have it, you don't want it.
Exactly.
So it's like so confusing
That's
in a
my
sense.
problem.
Because yeah, I was the same. Like before my girlfriend Tyler, like I was just like, nah, like I want her, and then like I'd have her, and then I'd be like, oh fuck, like what do I want, and then now that I'm with her, obviously I want her, but like it took me so long to get to that stage.
Yeah,
like it's so like brain fucking.
I just need to realize it.
Yeah.
So
How did you? Oh yeah, you go.
Yeah, so another curveball kind of stems off that. Walking into the villa and seeing someone you've been with before, hooked up with before, inside the villa.
By the way, fuck, I lost it in the car when I saw that.
He was watching. He was watching Love Island on the way up.
I was
were
like,
you?
I saw it, and I was like, I had my headphones in, I'm like, boys, did you hear that? I was like,
Yeah,
like,
why is
no
his
cl-
headphones on?
They know you got headphones in. I
Yeah,
was just
what-
like, that was like cold.
What was your
are you
initial
talking
reaction?
about when she walked in or a
when she
different part?
when she
That's-
hooked
yeah,
up with
when
you,
she
and she's like, did you miss that?
Yeah, it's crazy. Just a
Oh.
little whisper. Did you miss that?
Did you miss that or
Yeah.
something?
So
That was a
Well,
crazy comment.
Yeah, what was
Yeah.
what was that like? I guess did that throw you off at all? Was that
Yeah, it threw me off. I mean, so pissing myself laughing when they walked away, and the boys were like, "What was that?" It's like, I got no idea.
Yeah.
And then everyone was trying to like ask me, "Who is it? Who do you think it is?" And they're like, "Is she blonde? Is she brunette?" And I'm like, "Come on, like I don't know." Like, I don't know.
Okay, what was in your experiences there? What was your favorite challenge? And on the back of that, what was your like least favorite
All
challenge?
right,
Like
favorite challenge.
Yeah.
And people would be like, "What?" But it would probably be the heart rate.
Yeah, okay.
heart rate.
Yeah.
it was
That was
funny
sca-
as fuck?
That was the scariest part about going into the show, I reckon, because I only watched the season because I got accepted.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, what am I getting myself into? And then there was the heart rate challenge, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. I want to do it. And that was honestly the best part about the whole thing. Like, all the boys would hype you up,
Yeah.
and like everyone would do their dance, and like you can hear them up the top. So like it was just like a big hype up moment.
Yeah, yeah.
And like the girls were getting around it as well.
Oh,
It
that's
was
good.
sick.
the truth
Yeah.
bike?
The truth part was wild. But least favorite would probably be getting in those silver outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what the challenge was, but
Yeah.
man, we look like so stupid in that.
The things they get you to do, like the things they think about, it's just like, how do you think of that?
Yeah.
Some of the things that.
Oh,
they
like how do you
do.
come up with these
Yeah,
challenges?
I couldn't-
I don't know.
More production side. This is just general curiosity. When you get dumped from the villa, what's that process like? Like, what actually happens? Like, because they make it out like you got 20 minutes to leave the villa. Like, get
Oh,
your
you
bags.
mean like being inside still?
Yeah, being inside, you've
And then
just been
coming
dumped,
out?
and then like you've just been dumped. What's the process immediately after?
So once you get dumped, it's like pretty much everyone hugs each other at the fire pit and stuff like that. And then you pretty much go up, you get your last conversations in, you have your chats, and then you got to pack your bags. Like I had the boys with me packing the bag, and like you just talk shit and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And you like, by the time I was leaving, it was the end. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll see you in a week. Or
Yeah.
I'll see you in a couple of days.
Yeah,
So it was fine for me. Obviously, it was the worst for some others. But after that, you pretty much, you leave, you go outside, jump in the car. You go see the team and the crew.
Yeah.
Talk about like post show stuff. Talk to a psychologist, and he'd be like, "Are you okay?" Like he'd just make sure that you're really good and
That's
you're in a
good,
good
yeah.
headspace. But they're so good to us. So then they send you to your hotel. You get to call your mum.
Yeah.
That's probably
Yeah.
a good part.
there you go.
Because you're not talking to family.
Bit
are you?
teary. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have
get to
no
talk to
contact inside the villa to anyone. Like
No.
you don't have any internet or anything like that.
anyone. Nah, nothing.
That's
We got our little phones.
Yeah, the Samsung things. Or
little
something,
Samsung things, but they're just for photos and getting text messages.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
So you get
So-
those photos and stuff after.
Not all of them.
Oh, really?
We want all of them, but we don't get them yet.
Oh,
They
yeah.
send like
Yeah.
they like through the weeks. They'll send you all the photos and stuff so you can post them.
Yeah.
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 I was gonna say because you're also like people don't realize, but after the show you get like your phone and your social media taken from you for like a prolonged period of time.
Yeah.
It's like a long time. How'd you feel going from like I don't know what was your follower before that, and then after like then you get your socials back and you've got 50,000 followers or whatever.
Yeah.
Like how was that coming back to that? Like
It's pretty crazy.
yeah.
Like I didn't start out as much followers,
Mm.
and then I got my phone back, and it was the same, but like I didn't have socials until the show was done.
Yeah.
So when I got it back I was in Europe at the time, and me and my mates were looking at it. I think I was at like 30,000. I was
wicked.
like, holy! And I
Yeah.
checked my messages, and I clicked hidden, and
Yeah.
like you'd just be
Scrolling.
scrolling for minutes.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like so many messages. You try to get around to everyone, but you just can't.
You just can't. That's
Yeah,
wicked.
yeah.
It's like a big like shock because like obviously you're probably not a big social media star or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just like fuck, what do I do?
Yeah,
Like,
it is a big shock actually. It's like I haven't really been involved in this. Like I'm not in that social
Yeah,
media
yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Like I've always just been in construction. So like
Yeah.
now I'm being put in it, and
Mm.
it's like I'm trying to figure everything out and
Yeah.
get that momentum on.
Yeah.
That's why it's good to have like Tay and Mimi and
Yeah.
like those kind of
All
people. They
around
just
you.
help me out.
They
Yeah.
can kind of show you like what they're posting, and then you kind of like feed off that a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
'cause I think it's hard when you come off the show. Like this is like what I think about. Like just generally is like you come off the show and you like don't really know like what to post or like what to do now
Yeah.
because you've just got like this newfound audience that is following you and they like your personality. And then it's like, wow, what do I do here? Like, should I be posting TikTok? Should I be doing Instagram Reels?
Literally, like,
how do you like navigate that? And
I barely post. Like every post I do would be like every 2-3 weeks.
yeah,
Now it's like you got to do like 2 or 3 a week.
Yeah.
yeah.
So you just got to keep on top of it and like
Fine.
try keep that audience and
Yeah.
the traction, like because it's got that little professional dashboard.
Yeah.
mine was up, and then like I didn't post for a few days, and it just dropped heaps. And then I started posting frequently, and it went back up.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to keep that engagement, that audience.
So like, I guess this is going outside of like Love Island. Now you said you're in construction before.
Yeah.
Are you trying to like use Love Island as a springboard to like into more social media stuff?
100%. Yeah. I hate construction so much with passion. Like I finished my plumbing apprenticeship, so qualified plumber, and I was doing roofing as well.
Yeah.
And then went out and did FIFO, came back, got into civil construction, did that. Next minute, I'm on a TV show, and then I came back and I did roofing until Christmas because I needed some money for my Europe trip.
Yeah.
And then now we're trying to get a job at a gym.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But Europe's just sucked me dry. I'm living on the edge.
You like trying to work a little bit in like a gym and say like gym management, or like just have some clients, or what's?
So I'm just working reception.
Yeah.
Like just trying to sign people up. Show people around the gym, clean the gym if I have to. I just want to be in that environment. I don't want to have civil construction to be something that I'm always falling back on. Like if I'm low on money, it's like I can always go back to this. Instead of hustling and trying to do what I actually really want to do.
But I got to say now, I think everyone wants to know at home. But post the show now, how's it been finding love outside of the show? Like, are you seeing anyone at the moment? Or
I mean, it's a lot easier than it was before.
Couple extra followers.
Do you pull that card? You look at my followers,
That's something you would do, man.
I would never do that. I mean, I have talked to a few people, but it's just, I don't know, I find it hard just to open up fully. I'm enjoying what I do so much. Like, I don't have to worry about anyone. If I go out and just do whatever I want. And it's just easier. I get to focus on myself a lot more. I do enjoy that. I mean, obviously soon maybe I'd want a partner, but right now I just enjoy what I do.
It's gonna be hard now that it's like fresh to actually find someone for the right reasons as well. Like you'd probably get tied up, and like girls would come up to you and like, oh, like you're just like such a nice guy, and like, you're just like shut up.
Are you looking for anything, moment, or what's your situation? Like, how do you find love if you were to go out? Like, you looking for it, or you just like think that things happen for a reason, and
things happen for a reason,
and it finds you.
I never go looking. When I was younger, I'd always be like, oh, I want a girlfriend. Like, I can't find anyone. But then it's always when you don't look that you find someone. So I'm a big believer.
See, boys, there's still hope for me. There's still hope for me.
You just gotta keep doing you. And that special person will come, I reckon.
All right.
With I know with the show it was a pretty heated show, and it got pretty intense sometimes, and there was a lot of fan interaction. How did you deal with like negative, messages, interactions in public if it happens? How do you process that? Do you just?
I mean, if I'm honest, I hear worse things from my mates.
Yeah, fair enough.
And like I feel like I've got pretty tough skin. And there's no reason like taking any of it to heart. Like I tell myself, like you'd never take advice from someone you wouldn't swap places with.
Yes.
So when I get all the hate comments and stuff like that, I'll reply to them and I'm like, thanks mate, appreciate this message, I hope you have a great day. And they're like, oh, sorry man, I didn't mean it.
I'm backtracking.
You're actually a legend. And I was like, cheers. Like I had a 70-year-old lady message me saying, I hope you die. I hope someone spikes your food with poison. And no one would care if you go. And I was like, thanks, love.
Cheers, Marianne. Thanks, mate.
You're going to be gone before But the messages are pretty wild.
All right, so another production, side question of Love Island. I was personally wondering this watching, like, is there like a stylist, hairdresser, or something on set, or a makeup artist for the girls on set? Because like everyone's just got fresh fades like the whole time. It looks like
there's
that.
No makeup stylist or anything. Like obviously there's rules where you can work for a certain amount of days before you need to have a break. So like we'd have a dark day where the crew they'd have to get like their sleep because they're getting like no sleep. They're working so hard. They'd need to get their sleep and stuff like that. And like we asked, like, can we get a barber in? So a barber came in and cut everyone's hair. So that was good. And then like the girls would get like someone would come in and do their nails and stuff like that on the dark days and stuff. So that was good to have.
So you would have days off where you wouldn't film and just chill?
But everyone's separated. You can't talk about anything.
That was my next question. Like on dark days, your shit go down. So nothing.
Nah, literally when us boys were together, didn't even talk about the girls.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we talked about things that happened at home.
Yeah.
We talked about like past relationships, what everyone does at home, and then mainly we'll like, all right, boys, when are we booking Bali? When are we going to
Yeah.
When are we all going to catch up and
Yeah.
do things? So we were just planning stuff to do with the, like all of us, like all the boys.
Yeah.
So like that's pretty much what we did.
Yeah, you can tell that your group was so much closer than maybe a couple others.
Yeah, so close. Like
And
where tomorrow, I think it is, everyone is here.
Yeah, like that's wicked.
Fuck
Everyone.
yeah.
So I'm
Even
pretty
the,
excited for that.
Yeah.
Even the imports, are they?
Nah.
No, that's my next
Imports.
question. Anyway, the next question, like, what are your thoughts on, I guess, the winning situation and then the stuff that's, I guess, happened since?
The winning situation.
So, like-
the winning situation.
So, like, the winners and
Um,
then one of them acting the way he has on.
So happy for M.
Yeah.
But the switch up was crazy.
Yeah. You know what? I know some fucking juicy shit. Tell you what I told you. He, like, his manager, like, Mercedes' manager asked, like,
Yeah.
for him to come on our podcast. We said no.
Really?
We said no.
Yeah.
Bro.
And we replied nicely. We said, I don't think there's enough positive conversation that we could have a
Yeah.
good day or something.
It's just not worth the risk we would take with the
He
positive.
he asked
Yeah.
why. He's like, why can't you guys, like, what's the reasoning behind it? Why don't you?
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, we just feel like you don't really have much to offer in a positive way. And he's just like,
Yeah.
thank you. Like,
True.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
it was true. I think I haven't met him in person, but like some of the stuff I saw online, I could see what he was trying to do. He was getting a reaction. He was getting
Yeah,
the views.
that's what he wanted.
He was getting the followers. So he got what he wanted.
Yeah.
Do I agree with the things necessarily? No, but that's just like the picture that I've been painted through,
Yeah.
like watching the show and then
Yeah.
watching the TikToks. Like I don't know from his point of view, but I've also got friends around now also that
I mean, I don't have anything against him. But like me and him, we were cool on the show, got along really well.
Yeah.
But like when I was watching what he was posting after the show, I was like, "Fuck, it's a bit much."
come on, man.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, you won. And you won 3 shows, which is pretty sick.
Yeah. But
But
still
like,
unrated.
just how he went about it kind of was just like
Yeah.
so over the top.
It's almost his full-time job.
Yeah. Literally.
in reality
What's the
TV
next
shows.
next
Yeah,
one?
next show, yeah. You said before, like when you were contemplating whether or not to go into Love Island. What's like the start to finish the process like? Because I know Luke got sent a DM, like a spam DM, like Luke, we would love to have you apply to Love Island. Like,
Yeah.
is it like that? What are all the steps in getting accepted onto Love Island?
So I didn't actually apply for it. And I didn't get reached. Oh no, yeah, my sister signed me up while I was working away.
Yeah.
So
Clutch.
I came back and she's like, I need you to do a video for me. And I was like, no. She's like, why? I was like, I don't like getting in front of a camera.
Yeah.
And then she's like, just do it. And then she eventually said, like, I've signed you up for Love Island. And she ran me through a full PowerPoint. Like,
Yeah.
she put more effort into this PowerPoint than she's put it into any school project.
yeah.
So she's made this PowerPoint, sat me and my mum down, and we were going through it. And she was like up there with the iPad, just scrolling and like talking about it.
Yeah.
And then she got a phone call from him saying, finish it, like finish
Yeah.
the video. And I didn't want to, but I ended up just doing it. And then got through that stage. And then they called me asking, like, you go down to Sydney. And then you went down to Sydney. Oh no, you go to interviews. And then you got to fill out like all these doctor forms. So you got to do all that stuff to make sure like
Yeah.
you're mentally okay, physically okay. You can handle everything. Like even small things like the challenges, they want to make sure like you can do all these challenges and stuff. And then next minute you get down to Sydney, you do like all the filming and stuff like that, go home, go back to your normal day job, and then you fly over.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a
Pretty
pretty hectic
cool.
experience, takes a little bit.
You glad you did it? Like,
So glad I did
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Thanks to your sister.
Thanks,
Shout
my
out.
sister. Shout out. Yeah, yeah.
What's your what's something that you've like always wanted to do work like wise? Now you probably have the chance to do it because you've probably got free time and like
Yeah.
stuff. What's something you'd be interested in like going through, like gym? Is that something
Yeah,
you're opening up a
Being
gym
a
maybe?
PT, I'd love to open a gym.
Yeah.
That'd be further down the track.
Yeah.
And I'd really love to have like my own supplement.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah, so I mean, I can probably use all this eventually to do that. But yeah, supplement, gym, and with the whole experience, I could be sick to get into like modeling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has any modeling agencies hit you up?
A few,
Yeah.
yeah, a few,
Yeah.
but only like in the last couple of days.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we'll
Yeah.
put it out there now. Maybe a few more will come.
maybe.
Come
I
flying.
feel like no one reached out because I get portrayed real
Dumb.
dumb on
Yeah.
the show, and
Yeah.
like people probably think like, oh, I don't really want to work with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I'm just trying to put myself out there a bit more. And now that I have a little bit, like some people have been reaching out.
Yeah.
So it's been good.
We'll go to movie night. That was pretty intense.
That was probably one of the most intense nights.
Yeah. Was anything directed there to like anyone pushed in the direction to say anything, or was that just all natural?
It just happened. The hard part is you watch it twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, so they play it once and then
you get reactions, then you play it again, so you get more reactions.
I'm not up to that. So explain what happens for people that might not know what.
So
They do a compilation of everything they've said fucked up and put it out there so everyone can see.
And
So
in front of everyone reacting, everyone's a bit like off each other.
So say I made fun of you. I was like, bro, I hate Diezel. He's fucking pissing me off. But I didn't say. I said that to Tom. You then sit down at movie night and they play that clip.
That would piss me off.
Yeah.
How crazy is that? Yeah.
Is that something when you
sit there,
fucking died?
that's crazy,
I was watching it, mate. I fucking died laughing when you said you were gonna spike M's meat with some pork.
Oh yeah.
But M's vegan, whatever, something with
yeah,
pork.
M's vegan. I did make that comment.
Yeah, that was funny as fuck. It was actually funny though. Like people got offended
don't
by that.
Find that like a lot funny, but like I feel like guys.
I think in the context you said it was fucking.
So like
hilarious.
that moment was something that I don't think about, and that just comes out.
Yeah.
So like that's just an example of like what the whole show could have been like.
Yeah.
But it's so hard because like I know that I say some rogue stuff, like even on the podcast, so we edit, like you say some rogue stuff, not necessarily that you mean it or anything, like it just like
it's just like
slips out.
Like,
you know?
I don't think guys implement it in a way for it to hurt someone else's feelings. I think
Yeah,
it's more
that was a full joke.
it was
I
fucking
would
hilarious.
never,
No
ever
way.
do that
Who
to
would- no
anyone.
one
Yeah,
would
you're
do
obviously
that.
not gonna do it, but like it's just in the
Yeah.
context of you saying it, and like Tony said it and it was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's funny.
It's just like a petty little ever spike of fucking vegan.
What was the moment like when you're like hearing like, oh no way they've done this, like were you, like did you think they were gonna like pull that card on you, or you had no idea? Like
Of that clip?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I knew that was coming for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that was coming for sure. That was a pretty wild comment.
I
Yeah.
think we kind of touched on this briefly, but not this specific area. We touched on like the negative part of it. How do you deal with like the attention? Are you like introverted, extroverted, and people recognize you in public?
Introverted for sure.
So, yeah, is that
But,
like-
I'm trying to change.
Yeah,
What's that one with where you kind of bit of both?
mixed.
There's something called
Yeah, I
where
know,
you like a bit of
I know what
both.
you're talking about. But yeah, in like public, does it like try like annoy you, or like not annoy you, but like get like
I kind of love it.
yeah,
Yeah.
attention?
Like sometimes it's a lot,
yeah,
but I am enjoying meeting new people
Yeah.
and like being forced to be in that environment where I've got to like make conversations and stuff like that.
yeah, fuck yeah.
So I enjoy like getting out there, and like on a night out I'll just be talking to some people, but on a night out like I don't even get to hang out with my friends anymore.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like you're just talking to all these random people, getting photos, they're asking you questions about the show, and
Does it get annoying?
sometimes yeah.
Yeah. You're
'Cause,
just like
like-
the same questions.
Same questions, yeah.
Yeah.
And then some people come up and say some negative things, and you're just like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Like, were you there? Like, did you
Yeah.
witness everything?
It's
I was,
always
like,
that.
I was like, you don't know anything like that happened on the show. Like, you guys probably see
Yeah.
less
That's
than
what
an
Taylor
hour
was
a
saying.
day
Yeah.
of what actually happens.
Yeah.
And like
So-
we've definitely not you're not a victim of it, but like we've definitely like since starting the podcast and stuff, people will come up to you to try get a reaction out of you, and like that's the biggest thing. Like you just got to kill them with kindness, like always. Like someone might come up to you in public and say something negative, just trying to like get a reaction out of
Yeah.
you, or try to tease you or whatever, and then you kill them with kindness. They're actually like, I've been so many times I've been like, oh sorry, I was just joking, like, oh sorry. I'm like, yeah,
I
no
haven't really
worries.
been
Like,
put in that situation.
Yeah,
To
of
be
course.
honest, I think Tay had a lot more than I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't really deal with any of that.
I can't stand it. I just like get
Yeah.
really like when someone like picks on Luke, like or like even my boys, like anyone, like if I'm walking and someone says like the F, like oh like the fuck do you say? Cunt?
Really, did people say that?
Dude,
Oh,
someone.
Melbourne's fucked. Like,
It's-
you know, like,
on the show you can't always say like what you want to say, but like give us like a bit of an insight of like your background, like where'd you grow up, like your family, like what do you do in your spare time, like
Oh yeah. So I was born in Logan, which is the hood of Brizzy.
yeah.
Then I like kind of grew up around like Beenleigh and stuff, and then slowly made my way down the coast, living in like Yatala, Ormo, stuff like that. I'm in Coomera at the moment, but I grew up playing footy.
Yeah.
Played league since I was
that
6.
rugby.
Rugby.
Yeah, rugby league.
That's not footy.
It's-
All right, let's go.
We'll skip that. Played rugby league since I was 6 until I was 22. Got into like a high grade sport, like level.
Yeah.
And then I ended up just quitting because it was too much with work and footy. Like, they weren't paying us like they used to because of COVID.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, all right, well, if I get injured, then I'm not making any money.
Yeah.
So, like, I had to choose work. Played footy, and then now I just train and then, like, go to the beach or I'm working.
Sick. So he's home in Brisbane,
Gold Coast.
Gold Coast.
Yeah.
So you love it there, Gold Coast?
Love it.
Tommy's there as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So I was actually supposed to move down to Melbourne.
Yeah. I think Tay was saying something like that. Was it with Tay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was going to move to Melbourne with Tay because I wanted to be like around those boys that like really hustled, and like most, like all of his mates got like businesses and they're all grinding. So
South
if I
Ab
put
boys.
like South Ab boys, Club Just,
Yeah.
he's got Murphy's, like all these boys that
Yeah.
just do business and stuff. If I got put into like that,
So cool.
obviously
Yeah.
like you just hustle a lot more with everyone.
Yeah.
But I love home. I was just like waiting until like, are we getting a place together? What are we doing?
Yeah.
And then I was like, just gonna stay home. Like the Goldie lifestyle is great.
Yeah.
You wake up, everyone's on the beach. Like it'd be like 4:35 in the morning. Everyone's getting coffees and going for a walk.
Well, you can always go to Melbourne and just stay with Tay or something for like a week or two.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be down there on the 28th, I think.
Yeah,
You can also stay with Diezel's mum if you like.
She's actually. I'd so let you.
That's great.
We're doing this.
You know, this is crazy.
I'm
He tries
fucking
to
trying
set
to
his mum up on dates.
I'm trying to set my mum up on dates, dude.
Really?
She's
No
a
way I'd be doing that.
She's a yeah.
Backwards.
She's probably not actually.
You have a new mission,
She's a
right?
fucking queen. Like I love my mum. Me and mum, no, but like it's weird. Like me and my mum have this weird relationship where like we'll talk about everything and anything. You know,
Yeah.
like she's like my best friend. You know,
Oh, that's nice.
like I talk like the things I tell Luke, I tell my mum. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like she knows some fucked up shit.
Yeah, fair.
But like she's so good with everything. Like the reason I got back with my ex and the reason I actually got my ex back from breaking,
spoke.
like spoke to my mum.
yeah.
Tell me exactly what to say, and like I obviously say it because I mean it, but like
Yeah. She
I'm
guides
back
you.
with- Yeah, she's great.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to find her a guy, not like forcefully, but like
Yes.
she got fucked over by this one guy. Fuck, pissed me off.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's just such a kind soul.
Yeah.
I love her so much. But
Tell her to jump on Hinge.
dude, she has, and then she gets like the creeps, like, yo, what are you doing tonight? Like 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, like, dude, let's catch
Yeah,
up.
maybe Hinge is not the right
Yeah.
one for her.
Maybe.
I don't know, but yeah, we're doing this Tinder thing. So,
Oh yeah.
do you know Sidemen? Tinder.
Yeah, I
we're
watch
trying to
those,
do that.
yeah.
So if you boys want to come on or something, do like a little
Funny as fuck.
fucking funny ass.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Me, Tay, Tommy.
That'd be wicked,
That'd
man.
be,
Tommy just eats an egg at his pickup line. He walks up to me, eats an egg,
He
straight
actually
face.
would.
Yeah.
He would too.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll be down.
Fuck yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But yes, that's also your new goals. Get your parents back
If I-
together.
Oh yeah, my
Yeah.
dad. Nah, it will never work. But fuck, I've been trying to set my parents back together. I'd set the camera up and I'd be like, Mum, why don't you like get back with Dad? And then she's just like, that's going backwards.
Yeah, the dating
But,
apps is crazy. I think this is public knowledge now, but yeah, I did get banned from Hinge, so I'm no good.
Did you?
Yeah,
People just report him when they see
crazy.
him. They're just
I
like,
sent one death threat. No, but yeah, I don't know
What,
why I got
people just
banned.
report you?
Yeah, I don't know. I think just got spam reported, unfortunately, and count was gone pretty quickly.
yeah.
Like they didn't want me to find love, so now I'm gonna have to go on a reality TV show.
Do
We
it.
do
I had so much fun.
one of the- only like we got 2 fan questions from when they put up that story.
Yeah.
One of them was, do you get recognised in public? Which is obviously yes.
Yeah.
And the second
I'm the
one,
shit.
did they ever do anything in bed?
Did
Like-
I?
It just says they. So yeah, we can
I'm
say
assuming that's Xanthi and I.
yeah.
No.
Was there stuff going on? I know that Mercedes and M got confirmed on the Truth bike.
Yeah.
Was there anything else sneaky shit going on?
Yeah. I was moaning every night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
I won't say who. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There was a bit going on.
Yeah, just like personally, I did not do anything.
Yeah. So all of us didn't except for.
yeah.
But nah, yeah, there was like, you can just hear like heavy breathing,
yeah.
moaning. I was like, fuck.
You start throwing pillows and shit.
Yeah, yeah. People think you can't see them, but like, you know when it's that dark,
Yeah,
you can
yeah, you
see
can
like
see it,
two
yeah.
different colors of black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just see that people stroking. It's just like, I had Kayla wake me up and she's like, look. I was like, oh my God. Rolled over, pulled the
Oh my
blankets
god, our
up.
turn.
No.
I couldn't do
No.
that. Nah.
I didn't want to do anything on TV.
Nah.
Yeah, that's fair
Yeah,
enough.
so
Yeah, it's so true. They have your tape just locked up.
Except for that.
Oh,
We won't talk about that.
All right.
Anyways, I reckon, that's it.
This has been a long episode to get down into Sydney. This has been quite up to Sydney. I always fuck it up every time.
You know what
But-
he said? He said, I was about to sleep.
No,
in the car.
we're not going into
Sorry,
this.
I was about to sleep in the car, and Luke's going, I need to get better at geography. Like, and Diezel goes,
Oh,
all right,
dude.
list like from Victoria upstate. So he goes Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland, Perth. I'm like, what?
Honestly, I probably could have said the same thing.
Hey, don't even get Diezel. Why are you laughing?
What are you
This
laughing?
man's in the car watching a movie. He's like, did you hear that, guys? Why has he got headphones in? I'm like, this fucker's a moron, bro.
Anyway, yeah.
But,
Wrap it up.
Yeah, anyway, well,
Stuff like that as well.
Zane, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate seeing your personality and clarifying some things and going all things Love Island and getting to know you. So
Thank
we look
you.
forward to seeing where your career goes, and we wish you all the best. And we're going to support you in every weekend. So
Thank you.
thank you for coming on.
Appreciate it.
Really
Bro.
appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having me. It's
Stress.
been good.
He's not slow.
He's
He's not
slow.
slow. I don't
Just a
know.
little dumb.
That's
Perfect.
it.
All right. Thanks, Heath.
See you guys next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, it's such a weird stuff.
Crazy.
Here we got Tommy over here. How was it, Tommy?
That's good. Very good.
Yeah.